How can you build up to full pull-ups as a woman? I don't mean to be as gender biased on this because it's the exact same rules that apply to guys. It's just this came in from a girl who messaged me a DM on Instagram about how to build up to pull-ups for a woman. So I'm going to talk on what I do with girls that come through my programs, girls that I've worked with, where building up into full pull-ups is a priority for them, and some of the tips and tricks that work that you can apply straight away. So number one is mimicking the movement as much as possible with either an assisted pull-up machine or bands, so that your brain and your body and your neuromuscular system get used to doing that movement pattern, and then just dropping the resistance of the band or dropping the resistance of the machine until you're into a full pull-up. So for example, if you're trying to do the movement of a full pull-up, wide stance or wide hand, wide grip, using a resistance band, the heaviest resistance band you can find, locking your feet into it, that's supporting you on the hardest part on the way up and the hardest part on the way down, you're going to build that neuromuscular pattern, and your body's going to get used to doing that, and you're going to start working all those stabilizers muscles and your lat muscles and everything that's going to help with your pull-up, so that you can start gradually decreasing the resistance in the band just until you build into a full pull-up. So for example, you start with a heavy, thick purple band, you do your 3 to 4 sets, your 8 to 10 reps, and then as the weeks go on and you feel stronger with that, you decrease the band to the green band or the yellow band, whatever it is that's in your gym, until you're into full pull-ups. Another great way to build up that strength is when you start to get to the point that you're using a very light resistance band or using very little resistance on an assisted machine, you start working the negative part of the pull-up. So slowly on the way down, then you use the band on the way up, slowly on the way down, and you end up using and building that negative and building that eccentric strength, so that you're able to be more powerful and perform the movement properly as you start to build up your overall pull-up strength. The next thing then is also incorporating some variation of a vertical row into your workout routine. So my personal favorite is off a Smith machine, where you load the bar, lock your feet on the ground, and then start pulling your chest up to the bar, and then doing that, finding a sweet spot for your legs, so that you can make the resistance harder depending on where your foot position is. So for example, if you're pulling up to a Smith machine on a bar and you're lying flat, your legs out straight is going to be harder than tucking your legs into your body. So find your sweet spot, work for your rep range that you're trying to get to build onto your pull-ups. So if you're trying to do 3-4 pull-ups, start doubling that on your vertical row, inverted row on a Smith machine, doing 8 to 10 reps, so that you're building that strength, and then it'll cross over directly when you get into your pull-ups. It's very, very similar for guys. The process is the same. It's mimicking the movement, building the muscular strength, getting the neuromuscular pattern so your body knows how to perform the movement, and then it's just patience and time and gradually building up your strength so that you're able to do full pull-ups. Normally what I find with most of my girls is if they can't do any pull-up at the beginning and they've got a decent training background prior, it normally takes 4 to 6 weeks to build into full pull-ups. Some take longer, some are shorter, but give yourself a good realistic time target that you're trying to achieve it for, and then build your training program around prioritizing building in pull-ups, so that it's going to be something that is one of your main targets you're trying to hit, and you're building it and prioritizing it in your training program. So hopefully this video helps. If you got value from this, please let me know, comment below. If you know any friends that are trying to build up into full pull-ups as well, tag them below. Thanks for watching. Catch you soon.